Ever wonder why some booths instantly catch your eye while others fade into the background? Today, we're breaking down the science of visibility, the design principles that make your booth not just look good, but also get noticed. Welcome to the Ace Displays channel. I'm Kiana, and in this episode of Ace Tips, we're diving into how you can make your booth stand out even on the busiest show floor. Let's get into it. Let's start with eye level zones and distance visibility. One of the biggest mistakes companies make is placing the wrong information in the wrong part of their display. Visibility happens in layers, and understanding those layers can immediately make your booth more effective. First is long-range visibility. This is what visitors see from down the aisle. This area is usually your top header or the highest part of your booth. It should only feature what identifies you, your logo, or a clean, easy-to-read version of your company name. If someone can't spot you from 20 feet away, they might never make it to your booth. Next is your mid-range zone, which people notice as they get a little closer. This is where your main message belongs. A bold headline, a short value statement, or a single compelling benefit. Think of this as the why you should care zone. It should be simple, readable, and designed to hook people when they walk past. Finally, there's the eye level zone. This is the space people naturally read when they're standing directly in front of your booth. This is where supporting visuals, product features, or brief explanations belong. If you overwhelm this area with too much text or clutter, people get stuck trying to figure you out instead of stopping and walking in to talk. When each zone has a clear purpose, your booth instantly becomes more readable. And in a busy environment, clarity is what captures attention. Now let's talk about lighting and contrast. Once your messaging is in the right place, the next step is making sure people can see it. Lighting and contrast are two of the most simple but powerful ways to do that. Good lighting doesn't just brighten your booth, it creates visual anchors. By directing light toward your headline, key product, or main graphic, you subconsciously guide attendees' eyes to exactly where you want them to look first. Spotlights, backlighting, and even well-placed LED strips can make your booth look more polished and inviting. But contrast is just as essential. In a sea of visual noise, low contrast graphics disappear. High contrast make your messaging readable from a distance. It also helps your booth look clean and intentional. It's important to avoid visual overload. Too many colors, gradients, or busy details will weaken the impact of your graphics. Strong contrast with a simple color palette almost always stands out more. When your booth has intentional lighting and clear contrast, it naturally rises above anything around it, and that's what stops foot traffic. With zones and lighting in mind, let's look at some booths that nailed visibility. Take a look at our client Arauco. Their booth has a perfect hierarchy. The logo is large and high, making it easy to spot from down the aisle. The mid-range headline is short and bold, just a few words to tell you exactly what they do. The eye level area is clean, with visuals that show you what they do. With this booth, you know exactly who they are and why you should stop. This booth from Keysight uses lighting as its main advantage. Notice how the product, brand, and logo are all highlighted, making them the first thing your eye goes to. The contrast also works hard here. With bold text, simple colors, and nothing competing for attention, the space feels elevated and intentional. In this booth from Coolbridge, you can see how the use of a backlit display can lead attendees to read more about your brand. Even from a distance, the booth feels cohesive, modern, and impossible to miss. All of these booths succeed because they combine content placement, lighting, and contrast into a cohesive visibility strategy, and that's what makes them memorable on a crowded show floor. At the end of the day, visibility isn't about designing more, it's about designing smarter. Place your visuals where people naturally look. Remember, visibility layers. Use lighting and contrast to guide their attention by creating natural visual anchors. And take inspiration from booths that already lead the way. Check out our Ace Displays platforms to see clients that really shined at their events. If you want a booth that stands out before you even say a word, reach out to Ace Displays. We'd love to help bring your next booth to life. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment your favorite booth visibility tips. Until next time, happy designing!